Hello and welcome back to my rotary life. Back in the FD, my office. We're back on the country lanes. Petrifying, by the way. Freaking petrifying. As you can see from the weather outside, it is wet, cold, miserable. It's a British summer, is exactly what it is, and it's not changing anytime soon. But I had to get the FD out. I wanted to come and make you this video. I wanted to talk to you about what's going on. So, since the last video, wheel bearings. I went to do the front wheel bearings. I got all the camera gear set up. I got the tripod. I got everything ready. Tools all ready. And I got down there, and the wheel bearings are not the issue with the feedback I was getting in the front end of the car. The wheel bearings are absolutely solid as a rock. Like, they're perfect. No point changing them. Put them back in the box and put them in storage. The new ones. No point doing it. But I did find what was going on. The sway bar links on the front are absolutely just hanging by a thread. They're not the best. And that was causing the erratic sort of feedback I was getting in the front end at really high speeds. So I hit this dead zone as I was cornering, and then as I was cornering at high speeds, what was happening is I was coming up over Coppice and then going down through the next set of turns onto the back straight there. There was almost a dead zone, and then a little bit of snapping and stuff like that. There was loads of feedback, little bits of feedback going on that I was getting, and I was kind of, you might have been able to see it, I was kind of compensating coming over to Coppice, and I could almost predict it. It was that much of a fixed fault that I could predict it, and I can sort of compensate for it and fight against it as I'm going around the corner. But it turned out to be sway bar links, which does completely make sense. So anyway, so I've got front and rear on order. I've got adjustable ones as well, so we can really tighten that down and get that nice and stiff. But that's by the by. So good news, no wheel bearing changes on the front. Bad news, the car required me to open my wallet again and start throwing money at it. Oh, the joys of rotary ownership. It never ends, folks, it never ends. Okay, so moving on. Plans. We got lots of plans. The car, I hate to say this, and I'm playing the violin right now. I can hear the music. The car is getting retired. This FD is going to be retired as a dedicated track car. There's a bunch of reasons that I got to this decision. Firstly, that, like I said in previous videos, I've hit this brick wall where it's a street car. If I want to go faster, if I want to take it to the next level, I'm going to have to jump over that line and start doing some real race shit to the car to actually make it even more competitive and where it needs to be and safe, right? I was hitting speeds that probably shouldn't have been hitting in a car that didn't have cages, didn't have fire extinguishers and all those other kind of safety devices. And that worries me. I got a family and wife, kids, all that sort of usual stuff. And I don't want to leave them in a situation. So yeah, so that's kind of where I was at with that. The other reason that I'm going this route is because I talked to you previously about future plans, what I want to do, next projects, and it hit me like a ton of bricks what I want to do. And I was on Instagram, and there's a couple of cars now that's been done, one in the States that's been done tremendously well. It was a SEMA show last year, and it looks amazing. I love it. So don't hate me for what I'm about to say, and I know some of you are, and I know it's just, oh my god, it's so overdone, but it isn't. So I'm going to build another FD, another RX7. It's going to be a little bit different. And I'm going to need your help with this, especially my UK followers and friends. Going to need your help here. I need a rolling chassis, shell, anything. Don't care about colour, quality, rust, whatever. I need a good chassis and a rolling shell, ideally. Let me know, comment, PM me, whatever. Let me know what you have. Really, genuinely let me know what you have, because that's going to be the first stage in this next project. Engine, don't care. Irrelevant. If it's got a blown out motor in it, wonderful, great, that's perfect. If not, wonderful, great, that's perfect. And there's a reason for that. So what I'm going to do, we'll talk about the exterior first. And coming back to Instagram, what they actually did was they actually made a Rocket Bunny FD, which, oh, so many Rocket Bunnies everywhere. Rocket Bunny, everything. Everything Rocket Bunny, Rocket Bunny, Rocket Bunny. Doesn't matter what it is. Fuck it, you've got a Volvo 240 from 1972. Fuck it, Rocket Bunny it. It's everywhere. And I know. But, hear me out. Rocket Bunny with an RX3 front end. Trust me. Google it. Maddest thing you've ever seen. Absolutely epic. It's amazing. I love it. Mad Mike's got one. There's another one in the United States. God, I love it. Honestly, it's like retro, modern, new school, old school, bit of everything. And it works. It like really looks good. It's honestly, it almost looks like the car was meant to look like that. And it really does arc back to my true love of rotaries. The whole lot, right from the 110, Cosmo, the whole lot. Love them all, passion for them all. And it's a little bit of the history and modern all rolled into one. And it works, it just works. So that's what we're going to be doing with the bodywork. Really excited to do that. That's going to be an epic project. Lots of fabrication, lots of adjusting things. Going to be cool as hell. And we get like a real good looking car at the end of it, yeah. Engine wise, so this is going to be its own series in itself, guys. Like there's going to have to be a series on this alone because the project is just too big. I'm actually going to build a peripheral ported 4-rotor engine for it. So I've already got most of what I need to make that happen. There's just a few key features that I need to get to make it happen, but I can do it. I'm so close to making it happen. I can taste it. So we're going to be running Rocket Bunny RX3 FD, 4-rotor, 787B Brappage engine, and it's going to be mad. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Loads and loads of videos to bring you on it, and I mean, it's going to be crazy. I'll probably just have to bring you a video alone on the eccentric shaft. That thing is monstrous. It's quite an assembly, and that's actually one of the pieces I haven't got, but that's becoming easier and easier and easier to do. In fact, actually, it's easier to do that these days than it is to try and source a decent 20B. Lead times on it are varying. I've heard up to 6 months on them from PPRE and stuff like that, so it depends, but there's no rush on that because, like I said, I need your help to get this project going. I'm going to need a chassis to get this going, and it does obviously need to be British registered with a registration number. Don't care on age, anything, doesn't matter. But I do need an FD shell with a registration document so that I can actually drive that car legally on the road and then retire this and turn this into a full-blown race car. So yeah, so just a little status on what's going on in my world, decisions that have been made in my head, where I'm going to be going, where this car's going to be going. I mean, just the fact that this car is going to be a race car is going to bring you tons of content. I'm going to bring you loads of videos because we're going to be caging it, we're going to be putting fire suppression systems in, and then we're going to be doing all kinds of other electrical stuff, binning shit tons of interior, really get this thing lightweight. Potentially, we're going to be running a straight cut gearbox in here as well, sequential gearbox. That kind of is in talks right now because I want to get the right gearing. My biggest complaint about the Type RS is the ratios are really close, especially with the rear diff and everything. For Cadwell Park, it doesn't work very well, just because there's certain corners that I'm having to hit in higher gears than I want to, but I run out of RPM too soon to actually complete the corners. So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I have to pick the slower option to make it more drivable. So we're trying to figure out ratios and stuff like that and how that's going to work. But anyway, yeah, straight cut sequential box in here, cage and safety and stuff like that, and then actually just leaving the dedicated track tires on it and stuff. So yeah, lots to bring you, exciting times. This is kind of like just a bit of a talk about it, really. I'm getting excited. Let's see what the next sort of like 6 months brings us. But please, if anybody knows anybody with a rolling shell with a registration, please get in touch. I need you. I need your help. Just let me know what you have. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Absolute pleasure bringing it you. I wish I could have taken you on the roads with me, but I am not joking. I had this car literally sideways going around corners. It is just not worth it, just trundling around. I want to get home alive. Yeah, guys, thank you very, very much. Comment as always, and I will see you soon with some more information, and hopefully we can secure this rolling shell. Take care, guys. Bye now.